What's up, YouTube? Oh, do I have a surprise for you today? We have a new project car we're about to go pick up. Let's go see what it is.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great. I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date. You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall.
Tell you what, guys, that was a drive. Oh, so we're finally back. I still need to figure out what I'm going to do with this Kia motor here, because I think we're gonna ditch that idea of the Spectra 8 and just go ahead and put the LS with the CD09 in this one. I mean, it's gonna be so easy, so close to do it. Already got it up, ready to start switching things over. Just need to find a new vehicle to put the Kia motor in. One that already has an engine and transmission out of it. And there you have it, folks. I've landed myself an MR2 Spider. Supposedly everything was working before it was pulled. We'll find out, I guess. Interior's pretty clean for what it is. Top's still there. Has a tear on the one side. Bumper and hood were messed up in an accident. I do not see any indication of any frame damage. I mean, little scuffs and scrapes and stuff, and a little bit of curling here on the radiator support. But other than that, she looks good. This car's small. This will be a riot with the Kia motor in it. An absolute riot. Even got some Miata wheels. Really have no need for those, but yeah. MR2 Spider is the next project car on the channel. So in the first episode, we will take the bumper off, taillights off, muffler and stragging, clean out the engine bay, start preparing some stuff. RX8, just to give you guys an update. Still working on the tune. Still can't get it into third gear. No idea what's going on. But I can tell you what, in second gear at around 14 PSI, it would not break the tires loose. So, I'll get back on that. As soon as I can figure out the shifting issue, that might take me a few weeks. It's either something in the Mega Squirt, the tune, I don't know. I've reached out to a few tuners. If anybody has an idea why Micro Squirt won't change it from second to third gear, let me know. But yeah, we start on her this weekend. What's up, YouTube? Enigma Garage here. And you will not believe, but the Kia wheels fit on the MR2. Thanks, Kia. You really, you did it for me. Even they're gonna go to the junkyard. Full of scrap metal. Old wheels getting thrown on. Got one left to pull off, but yeah, we'll get some hopefully decent money to go toward the cost of the car. I still can't believe I got this car for what I did. They look way better with these wheels on it. But I'm going to work on getting these unstuck because there was a lot of corrosion holding these bad boys on, and I had to pry this one off. Got to pry the front off. I have a feeling every wheel's going to have to get pried off. So let's get to it. You'll see the If anybody needs some factory MR2 wheels, hit me up. I don't think I'm going to use any of them because the Kia wheels, sorry about the last video, the camera died. It looks fantastic. 40 offset, looks perfect. Thank you, Kia, once again, for doing some great service. But we need to get to other things, which I'll show you here in just a second. And yes, you just saw K-Series shifter cables. We're going to put a K-Series on the Kia motor, which in this orientation, this is how it's going to be tilted forward in the engine bay, transmission to this side. And oddly enough, my aftermarket 4-2-to-1 Kia headers, I still had around. So I can just make the turbo manifold up here, intake over, exhaust straight out the back of the MR2. And I have some plexi here from an old test rig computer that I'm going to make an adapter plate with. So, don't need the K-Series flywheel. I thought I was going to have to make a conversion Kia flywheel here. And oddly enough, the K-Series clutch fits on the Kia pressure plate and Kia flywheel. Okay. Weird revelation, right? Here's another one. The spacing for the K-Series, that's about 2 thicknesses of this material here. And we are a 1/2 inch difference. So in theory, I'll make a 1/2 inch adapter plate. Spline should lock up perfectly with the K-Series trans. All I need is a K-Series clutch, Kia flywheel, Kia pressure plate. Drill the hole on the side for my crank sensor for the teeth pattern right here. And everything works with the old harness. Just need to make an adapter plate. Oddly easy, it's coming to find out. I can use the Kia starter. I will probably have to notch over here for the starter, I guess, nose to come through. And I probably won't have to do much because, again, I'm going to be adding a 1/2 inch here. So there will be a 1/2 inch clearance-wise that I'm going to put from the Kia pattern, and the starter will bolt to the adapter plate, and that should give me the correct spacing I need. Not all adjust it. But yeah, that's where I'm at with this project. Cannot believe that the Kia and K looks so freaking familiar. It's amazing. So K, Kia. I mean, might have to get an upgraded one because I about smoked this Kia. I was pushing some power through it. Yeah, it got all kinds of toasty. I mean, oh yeah, and I'll have to get a new bearing to go in there because obviously this is for the Kia side. So I'll have to get a conversion bearing, or maybe just have one, like, what is it, the back of the, yes, back of the LS that has a bronze bushing. So if I can't get a bearing to fit in there, I can just have a CNC bronze bushing made. Figure a mount out for the slave cylinder. Yeah, this will go in the car pretty quickly. What I've also found out is the mount for the front and the side over here, driver's side, goes to the transmission. I believe this one back here does too. So I get the $500 mount kit. I use 3 of the mounts. I just have to fab up the Kia mount for the Kia motor. K-Series will center locate. So I'll just make sure it's level with a jack, fab them out, $500, motor's in the car. Another thing, since the transmission is going to be perfectly centered where it needs to be, axles for this car from K to MR2 Spider, $500. So for $1,100 plus taxes and shipping, motor transmission is in the car with drivetrain, axles, got the cables. Sadly, this is a automatic manual, whatever the hell you want to call this system. So I'll have to get a shifter mount, pull the center console, figure that out. Make sure to get the middle of the axle, because I guess you have to have that for the conversion kit. I need to start yanking some of the wiring out, pull the back end off, pull the muffler, see how much room I really have back here, pull the top off, and I could probably even start with the fuel system. I pried that up, it's all completely factory down there. Get the fuel system ready, mount the Mega Squirt, get the battery relocation from back here, up here, possibly up front. Don't know if I'm going to do that yet. I don't think I'm going to make this a drag car though. I think I'm going to drifter. I think this will be the drift car. RX8 will be the drag car. My son's with the 6-speed. That could be another drift car because it's got a really short transmission. Mind the mess. There's another 8.8 right there with 353 gears. So we'll have a father-son out drifting event. Maybe that'll work out. We'll see. He's gonna get his license soon. That'll be the drag truck over there. Still need to work on the twin turbo kit, but this is way more, I guess, exciting to do a build with. And they start ripping it down. I think I'm going to drill a hole in the plexi in the very center for this diameter. 3D print an adapter that goes from this diameter to that one, and it goes up a little bit, so I can locate that on both of the transmissions to trace the pattern, drill some holes, and then I can finally cut it or measure it and have it CNC made. But I think if I get a 18 by 12 piece of 1/2 inch aluminum, I can just use a jigsaw and cut out the pattern, drill my holes, start with the locating dowels first. So get the locating dowels done first, and then the other ones can be off 1-2 millimeters and be fine. Locating to make sure that the pilot is perfectly centered is going to be the utmost of, I guess, importance there. Yeah, this is exciting. And heck, I can even, once I'm done, 3D print the adapter, just dovetail it so it'll slide together, bolt it to the Kia motor with some, what is it, the countersunk 45-degree headed Allens. I mean, they're like 18s, but yeah, so I can bolt 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4, the adapter plate to there, and then have the threads for these bolts, and I can just bolt the transmission on. And while it's there, I can inspect the clutch depth and everything, make sure that's all working fine. Order the mounts probably in a day or two, so that way they're on the way. By the time I'm done figuring that out before I do the aluminum, I can hang it in the car and check everything, fab a mount. I can make a ton of progress on this really quickly. And you know what's really fantastic? The 4-to-2-to-1 header from old KFX Performance has an outlet of 2¼ inches. My GT30 71R stainless steel tile V-band has an inlet of 2¼ outlet of 3. That means it's like the perfect diameter. Turbo is going to go back here. Exhaust will go right out the middle. I don't know if I'm going to do the 2-bar style like everybody does and then put the exhaust out through the middle here, go up high. Give me some ideas, guys. This would be really cool. Intake will go over here to a cold box, so intake manifold, air to water, then to the turbo. Filter will go to one of the ducts. Probably this one will be easier with all this stuff moved out of the way. So I'll have a functioning cold air intake for the turbo. Might even do a titanium exhaust with the coloring. Haven't messed with titanium yet. hood will be vented style with 2 big vents, Lotus style. And then the wide body. You have any ideas, let me know. Very open to ideas on this car. That's where I'm at right now. Let's get some parts off. Got the harness out. Might have went a little crazy. Whole rear end is off. There's a lot of room inside of this engine bay. Way more than I thought. And top is out. Top is gone. So we're going to mount the ECU back to where it's supposed to be. It's going to be pretty much running as a additional standalone just to make sure gauges and stuff work. But I'm going to tap into the harness areas, and then I'm going to get the injector power, coil power, everything for my motor through pretty much the factory fuse system. Be a lot cleaner setup than normally. And yeah, I can just start routing shit. We didn't have much back there. Just the rebar, exhaust, heat shields, bumper. And I see why everybody goes to carbon fiber for the engine panel. That thing's pretty heavy, being steel. Might go carbon fiber to lose some weight. We'll see. Carbon fiber hood is definitely getting done though. The factory harness went through there. It's where I'll run the Megasquirt harness. Factory ECU goes over here. And of course we have all the plugs that went to the factory engine transmission. Might just mount the Megasquirt right there, so I can just run my cables up through here. Was debating on up here to the side. Don't want to go up top, that's for sure. Yep, might go here. Might make a mount to mount it here closer to that, but might make things pretty serviceable right here. Vacuum line to the motor, all the wiring to the motor. Tuning cable will be this side, really accessible. Yeah, it's probably going to go right there. Rain is coming down. So, just knock out some odds and ends here. Yeah, I think that's how it's going to go. And I'll factory into, or tap into all the factory powers, grounds. Oh yeah, where am I going to run the battery to? I do have to make a mount here, a post. And then I'll just run a power wire in, which I do have a set of power wires there. 4 feet long. Yeah, don't know where I'm going to put the battery. Maybe I'll just mount the battery dead center. Get that out of the way. Yeah, I might just mount it. There you go. Might mount the battery right here, dead center. That might work out. Keep the weight centralized back here. Nice short power ground. So I think I'll have to run is the wideband up to the front. I can run that through the console. Console has to come off for the aftermarket shifter that's going to go in it. Yeah, that might work out. I don't have any power grounds to run to the front. Actually, I might have a couple to go to the front, because I'm going to do a air-to-water intercooler off to the side over here. So yeah, might need a pump this side, or if it gets so congested, put the pump up here. Might do that. So have the main air-to-water exchanger up there, run to like 10 ANs, 12 ANs, something back here to the air-to-water actual intercooler before it goes into the motor. But yeah, I think I'll call this video wraps. Next video, maybe we'll start running some wiring while I'm waiting on some adapter pieces. Catch you guys later.